Once upon a time, in the town of Ado-Ekiti, there lived a man named Adeleye and his wife Moremi. They had been married for 10 years with no child to call their own. Moremi was deeply troubled by this and it weighed heavily on her heart. Adeleye, on the other hand, was patient and told Moremi that children comes from God and that they should wait for his timing. However, Moremi's mother-in-law, Mrs. Iyabo, was not as patient. She began to pressure her son to take another wife. She would often call Moremi names and belittle her. This made Moremi even more desperate to have a child, but little did she know that her husband was impotent. Moremi was so worried. She would be in her room all day thinking about her problems. One day, Moremi confided in her best friend, Adeyemi, about her trouble. Adeyemi was sympathetic and wanted to help her friend. So she took Moremi to a witch doctor who promised to help her conceive a child. The witch doctor gave Moremi a potion and warned her of the consequences of using it. But Moremi was desperate and ignored the warnings. Soon after, Moremi became pregnant and she was overjoyed. However, as time went on, she began to notice strange things happening around her. Her husband became distant, and her mother-in-law insults became even more frequent. This makes her to be very sad. Moremi began to feel sick and weak, and she knew that something was wrong somewhere. One day, Moremi went to the witch doctor to ask for help. She complained that ever since she got pregnant, her husband had been distant from her, that her marriage is collapsing. The witch doctor told her that her husband is impotent, that he has been doubting if he is the one responsible for the pregnancy, and that she would die while giving birth due to the consequences of the sham she'd used. Moremi was shocked on hearing what the witch doctor said about her husband. The witch doctor then told Moremi to go back home and tell her husband the truth about her pregnancy. Moremi was surprised to learn that Adeleye has been the cause of their childlessness all these years and she never knew. Now, out of desperation, she has made the worst mistake of her life. Moremi pleaded with the witch doctor to help her, stating that she does not want to die. The witch doctor agreed to help Moremi, but only if she would promise to learn a valuable lesson. Moremi agreed, and the witch doctor gave her a new potion to drink. Moremi drank the potion and left. Soon after she got home, she narrated everything to her husband. Adeleye begged Moremi to forgive him and his mother for everything they have made her went through, and she forgives him. Soon after, Moremi gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The whole family rejoiced. Moremi's mother-in-law apologizes to her for all her wrongs. Moremi named her child Ayodele, which means joy has come home, with a smile on her face. After overcoming many challenges, Mr. and Mrs. Adeleye live happily ever after. Lessons to be learned from this story is that patience and trust in God's timing are important virtues to have in life. Moremi's desperation to have a child led her to take a poor decision that almost took her life. It is important to seek wise counsel and not let desperation cloud our judgment. Additionally, the story highlights the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. Moremi was able to forgive her husband and her mother-in-law for their past actions, and they were able to reconcile and live happily ever after. Forgiveness is a powerful tool that can heal relationships and bring joy to our lives. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please subscribe, like and comment. It helps us to grow our channel. God bless you as you do so. Bye. See you in my next story.